Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here, bringing guys and gals, Rent a Girlfriend, Chapter 219, Kanojo Okarishimasu, the review portion of the chapter. Now, once again, everyone, you can find the full live reaction over on Twitch. It should still be up if you're watching this within about a 2-week period. Link in the description box down below. With that said, I have to say that this chapter was a good chapter, but it's left me feeling very conflicted in a bad way. Conflicted in a bad way. So Kazuya in this chapter is fresh off of the despair he faced the previous chapter. At the end of the day, Kazuya is coming from the mindset of like, I've gone through the downward spiral of emotions. I disagree again with the fact that he keeps thinking that she already belongs to somebody. This whole idea is just him being down on himself, this idea that Chizuru is with somebody else. But nonetheless, he's accepted the reality that him and Chizuru is not going to happen, that she has rejected him, and he's going to move on from that point forward. With that said, now here comes the issue. Kazuya is actually handling this chapter, I think, pretty well. I disagree with him from the standpoint of he's waiting longer to tell Naogumi. Now, for those who read the chapter already, you understand the fact that by him waiting, I think this also plays into what Mami's trying to do, her blackmail. We said this for chapters upon chapters now, that Kazuya at the end of the day is the only one who can truly bring this to an end by being upfront with Naogumi and accepting whatever will happen. He needs to push everything out there. The longer he and also Chizuru continue to delay the inevitable and not tell the truth, they fall into Mami's plan. Mami controls the pace and she's able to dictate everything because she's basically blackmailing Chizuru at this point, and in turn also messing with Kazuya. Now, beginning this chapter, we see Chizuru walking through, and as always, she attracts the gaze of every single person. And it's just a reminder again from Kibei's standpoint that, man, how do you even end up with somebody like this? And obviously, given the events that just took place for Kazuya, that's going to hit a sensitive chord. But I think it was interesting that nonetheless, Kazuya has a pretty mature conversation with her. He's just like, hey, at the end of the day, I'll make this right. We'll end things. We'll tell Naogumi. And we'll just have a clean break from there. He doesn't want to cause her any more trouble. He's trying to be mature. Again, an issue, this idea of acting like the events never happened. I get it from Kazuya's standpoint. He doesn't want to relive what took place. But there's still a massive misunderstanding between the two of them that's now just gotten worse. Kazuya has essentially put his feelings out there. Chizuru has rejected them. I'm still kind of curious why Chizuru doesn't speak to Kazuya about this. I honestly don't understand from Chizuru's perspective. I kind of do, given all the stuff that's happening, so let me take that back. I do understand it, but it also kind of bothers me that she doesn't just speak to him about those events. Just have a quick conversation, and you might cause Kazuya to think differently about what is taking place. Or maybe she doesn't want to. To be fair, maybe this is what Chizuru wants at the end of the day. But there's a massive miscommunication with the two of them, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. Chizuru right now, her main concern has to deal with the Mami stuff and what's happening with Mami. Mami has agreed to not tell Naogumi, to go along with Chizuru's plans at the end of the day to say nothing, but at the end of the day, she has to break things off with Kazuya. She can't tell him anything that has taken place, and in a sense, she has blackmailed Chizuru to where she can't say anything. So Chizuru is just basically going to continue for this next half a day or whatever it may be, pretending to be Kazuya's girlfriend, and then after that, it'll all come to an end. The issue here, I firmly believe Chizuru in her heart of hearts doesn't want this to come to an end in terms of her relationship with Kazuya. At the same time, I think she feels like she is trapped. She feels like she has to go along with Mami's doing because she cares about Kazuya. And now she also, based on her agreement, can no longer talk to Kazuya about the Mami stuff. So Mami's basically controlling everything. I'm not gonna lie, once again, I find this very frustrating. Not in a bad way, but just because it's hard to watch Chizuru and Kazuya continue down this path. Now, I want to talk about Mami for a second. Let me just look at chat quickly, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just reading some stuff. She's heard in the past. Yep. Yeah. So, and I agree with everybody. So this whole thing, right? We're going to start with this line again. You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at the chapter, and Mami has this line. She says that basically, I'm going to forget about it. She says here, I've thought about it, and I'll forget about you two. Can you figure out how to put Naogumi-san off the trail? We need to have our story straight. So whatever you figure out, let me know over line, okay? Don't give me that look. Like I said, I just wanted to save you, but now I'm kind of over it. You cannot trust the words of Mami here. Regardless of how you feel about Mami being justified to some degree in her feelings and why she does the stuff that she does, I'm not here to argue that today. But we have to understand that regardless of her feelings and why she feels the way that she does, that her actions, guys, are not good. What she's doing is not coming from a noble place. She's lying to herself, quite frankly, or maybe she's not, but she's definitely lying to Chizuru. She's not coming from a place where it's noble, where she cares about the well-being of Chizuru, where she wants to protect her necessarily from Kazuya. All she's doing at the end of the day is setting up Chizuru in a place to where she's going to destroy both of them. Mami does not believe in love. From everything that we have seen throughout the flashback into now, Mami at this point in time, because of what wrecked her as a child, she doesn't believe in love. She wants to ruin this for other people. She looks at Kazuya, she looks at Chizuru, and in particular their fake relationship that they're having, and she doesn't want them to be happy. Thus she inserts herself, thus she's trying to ruin things. And I promise all of you, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I promise you she has set up Chizuru to where Chizuru is going to no longer be with Kazuya. Kazuya is going to be down, but he'll accept his rejection. And then he's going to tell Naogumi, Kazuya will be finished. She's going to reveal the rent-a-girlfriend stuff. She's going to reveal Chizuru's privacy. And Chizuru's going to go down as well. If they don't do anything, Mami's going to have her way. And honestly, that is frustrating. It is frustrating. I find Mami right now to be a very good villain, by the way. People may disagree if she's a villain or not, but Mami's very good for this story because she does, again, keep things moving. But all of this can be solved with some communication. And what has Deiji done? He makes it to where Mami has put a mechanism in place where Chizuru is not going to now talk to Kazuya about the underlying issues. They can't communicate. Things fall apart. Everything that Kazuya said at the very end of the chapter as well, guys, where he talks about how a mere 2 hours from that moment, before we'd ever reach Tokyo Station, my lion-infested girlfriend renting life would come to an end. Oh yeah. I think we're in for some interesting stuff in the next few chapters, but let me know your thoughts over in the comment section down below. I feel very, again, I said at the start, I feel just conflicted. I don't know exactly, I do know what Kazuya needs to do. I know what Chizuru needs to do. I'm not seeing a path forward as the story currently stands to where they're going to take advantage of that. It's honestly very frustrating. But again, it's not frustrating in a bad way. I did appreciate this chapter. We're stretching things out a little bit. But Kazuya needs to do something here. I think it falls on Chizuru as well. But from everything that I've seen at this point in time, I don't have much confidence that Chizuru will speak to him based on her agreement with Mami. Kazuya still holds the keys to change the situation. Kazuya is down, and I fully understand where he's coming from. But Kazuya, you have the keys to the situation in your hand. Start noticing the fact that something is clearly up with Chizuru. She's not acting normal. Now, granted, maybe she shouldn't be acting normal given she rejected you. But you can see in this chapter that Kazuya notices that something is clearly off. Something's wrong. I think he needs to go talk to Chizuru. He'll probably get nothing out of her, and this will signal again that there's something off. And then I think the most important thing, he needs to confront Mami. He needs to see for himself that there is something wrong with her, that she is manipulating the situation. This should allow for a light bulb to ring in his head if he can see through her. And then afterwards, he approaches Chizuru one more time. And then he goes to Naogumi. And then he just puts an end to this. That is my hope. We will see everybody. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. How do you feel about Kazuya once again? how do you feel about how he's handling the situation? How do you feel about how Chizu's handling the situation? This is off. I mean, I've defended Kazuya throughout this series in areas. I've also crushed him in different areas. I spent a good week defending him. I'll still continue to defend his actions in this chapter. I think I understand where he's coming from. I'm having a harder time defending Chizuru, but I understand where she's coming from as well. But I'm just curious, what do you guys think about all of this? There's a lot here. There's definitely a lot here. Like the if you like the video, comment once again, subscribe if you like my content, it's greatly appreciated. Follow me on Twitch where we do all of our live reactions per the usual. And with that, I'm going to end it here. I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Take care, everybody. Peace.